Hello and welcome back to Realm of Thrones 4.0. So when we left off, we actually eliminated or attempted to take as many fiefs as we could from, well, the off-branch, I guess you could say, of House Targaryen, led by Aegon himself. And as you can see, we seem to have done a pretty good job. And what we're going to do is, of course, we're going to disband our army. There's no real need to keep them around anymore because there is a peace agreement coming in. Yes, there is a peace agreement, and we're just going to say yes to this. There doesn't seem to be any reason to not do that, so we're just going to try and get as much relation with Salor as we can, and they have nothing left as far as I can tell. Not unless I have completely missed something that they've taken. I mean, maybe they went up here and took this. No, they didn't. Of course they didn't. It's a little bit too far away, even for them by the looks of things. So, now, we do have a bit of peacetime here. So if you're someone that doesn't really like, you know, kingdom management and doing tasks and improving relation and making sure that the foundations of your exploration of the land are going well, then you could probably skip this episode, because there may not be any significant battles in this. We might be able to get a war declaration against the Valantines, but that is not you know, 100% or anything like that. So just so you know, okay, just so you're aware. Anyway, we're going to go and we're going to attempt to do this task because I want to try to increase my town's security, my town's... Okay, well, apparently I completed the quest. Alright, that was... that was very interesting, wasn't it? Yeah, that was certainly not intended, I don't think. That was very weird. Anyway, as you can see, this is my current stat line with the town itself. Now, what we're going to try to do, of course, is we're going to try to increase these numbers as best we can. As you might expect, higher the number, the better the situation. And in this case, loyalty is going to be one of our things that we're going to have a bit of a problem with, but that is going to get better as we increase its security. And you can see right here, the prosperity is obviously a bit of a problem. The looted villages are causing a huge problem, but now that we've made peace with Aegon's House Targaryen, we are going to be completely fine, or we should be completely fine. And so that's the point. What we're also having some problems with is low loyalty due to construction. The construction is obviously having low loyalty due to that loyalty deficit, which is kind of a bit weird because I don't actually count loyalty as being low at 47. I think 47 is actually okay. But yeah, we're going to need to get some more security. So how do we get more security? Well, we actually do need to go into the garrison here. Oh, we actually have quite a few. Yeah. We actually have quite a few already, so I don't think I really need to do too much here, but I guess I'm gonna... I don't even know. Who should I put in here, to be honest? Well, I have quite a few of pretty much everything. Okay, tier 4s, right? Okay, tier 4s we're just gonna place in there, because there's no real reason to not do this. Oh, tier 3s? I got a bunch of tier 3s, but we're gonna level them up, aren't we? Yeah, we're gonna level them up, so... Doesn't really make much sense for me to do it this way. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's just do that. Let's just put them in there, as there is something that I actually want to check out. Someone actually very kindly let me know that Astapor, which is a town nearby to us, has a potential for something amazing. I'm not going to spoil what it is, just in case it actually doesn't work for me. But I'm very, very hoping that we might be able to make it work. So let's just go in here and see what's going on. I'm going to assume we need to go into the tavern maybe. I'm not sure where we need to go for this. So let me actually just have a quick look here. Okay, I'm just going to hold Alt just to make sure that I'm not missing out on any NPCs. Okay, so it doesn't seem like there's anything in here. I could potentially speak to the tavern keeper, but I don't think that's going to have anything. So... instead, I'm actually just going to leave, and we'll see if I can maybe find them somewhere else. So, might be in the... I should have gone in the keep, not in the town center. Yes. Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful turn of events it is. All right. So yeah, we'll go into the keep. I'm somehow thinking that we're not going to get anything here, but yeah, okay. Aha! It seems like I may have found the fellow, and as you can quite clearly tell from Elias's line here, he says, I need only the best soldiers. Are any unsullied available? Oh yes, but I don't peddle my assets to commoners. Come with 50,000 stags, and you can have 50 of the best warriors in the land. Sure, I'll hand it over. There are always more in training, so come back. Okay, so I have no idea. Did he actually give me what I need? Okay, well, I've taken way too many now. I shouldn't have taken 2. Because I don't have enough space for that. But let's actually... Yeah, I don't have enough space. So, as you can see, we now have 100 unsullied. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now I'm having some issues because I can't actually do anything with some of these. So I am in a bit of a tough spot. I'm going to have to make my way over here. I hope that I don't lose people. I am losing some people due to desertion, but hopefully it's not going to be too many by the time I get to... Yeah, there we go. Okay, that was decent enough. I don't think that's too bad. And we didn't lose any unsullied either, which is absolutely fantastic. So there you go. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. So thank you very much to that person that actually let me know that this is where you can get unsullied. You have to walk around the streets, and then you can find the person. It's a little bit difficult, in my opinion, to find it, but you will be able to find them eventually. Anyway, there we go. We're just going to take a bunch of these fellows. I don't even know what to really get rid of, to be honest. I guess we'll just do this, and then we'll have 100 unsullied. Is it actually a good idea for me to have 100 of them? I don't think so somehow, but it would be kind of cool to see them, you know, in action, right? I think it would be kind of cool to see them in action at least. So yeah, anyway, let's just take a quick look at our town here. So we are basically 100% ready. I don't think the unsullied actually contribute to the wages. No, they do not, as you can quite clearly tell. So that's very much in keeping with the lore of the subject material, which I got to say I'm really liking that, because there have been mods in the past where you've been some kind of evil necromancer summoning undead minions and legions of, you know, zombies and so on and so forth, and you pay them a wage. Yeah, but that was obviously in Warband, so of course, you know, different engine and all that kind of stuff, maybe it wasn't possible. But now, as you can see, 0. So you can have as many of these as you want, as long as you have the upfront cost, and you're going to be able to run around with them without having to pay anything extra, which is actually fantastic. Very, very cool indeed. Anyway, let me just go into the trade screen here, and I'm probably going to do the tournament in a second as well. I want to buy some more mounts. I think that's probably going to be kind of important. We also want to do the escort merchant caravan mission. Shall we do the... you know what? Let's do the tournament first. Ooh, Blackheart. Okay, we're going to get the two-handed axe. We like the two-handed axe quite a bit, don't we? Yeah. I mean, this one is generally considered, at least from my perspective, probably one of the best you can get. If you just want pure damage... Oh, this guy's going to murder me, isn't he? Oh dear. I have a bad feeling about this, actually. Nice. Okay, there we go. We got out of rhythm with him a little bit, and that basically sealed the deal. So that's quite nice. Okay, can I get... yeah, the amount of damage I can deal with my bow when in the longbow version, it just... Oh, it's just absolutely awful. Really, really bad. Okay, hopefully I'm not going to die here. This guy is going to die very quickly, I think. Oh, unfortunately that fellow... Oh, wait a minute. He's one of our companions. Of course he is. Okay, can I snipe him? Oh, okay. That was actually really, really close, but... Oh, no, never mind. Okay, wow. We've got some pretty proficient teammates right now. Loving that. Gotta love that. And then there we go. Okay, fantastic. Now, what is it? Oh, it's a 1 versus 1. Okay. And we just have a shield and sword. Should be easy enough. I actually feel like that is one of the most important things when doing a tournament. Getting your opponent to get out of rhythm with you. So in other words, when you're attempting to, you know, attack, block, attack, and so on and so forth, you don't really want to trade blows like this. You kind of want to, you know, kind of mess up their rhythm a little bit so that they don't continue to block you every single time you go for the attack. And that can make a huge difference, as you could quite clearly tell right there, just opening them up for that little slash or that little thrust that you might have. And it actually works pretty nicely. Anyway, we're just going to speak to this guy, get the escort merchant caravan quest out of the way. Hopefully I'm not sure if he's going to do the same thing as the previous one. Probably not. But this gives us an opportunity to take a look at the... Okay, no, they are just going straight on into Tolos over and over again. That is very, very funny. Not sure what's going on with that, but I'm actually fine with it because it means I don't have to go too far away from my town, and I can, you know, more easily just, you know, manage things and make sure that everything's going well with our security and all that stuff. And hopefully my loyalty will start going up relatively soon. It is still going down, unfortunately. My security is going up though, as you can see, so this is really, really good. And once the prosperity starts to go up as well, my security will also stabilize. As you can see, we're getting +3 security every single day, which is actually really nice. And this is going to take 102 days to be done. Yeah, that is a little bit too much. But obviously the low loyalty is causing a bit of a problem. But yeah, it's just generally going to take a long time by the looks of things. Okay, so first of all, we want to make sure that maybe, just maybe, we can launch an attack against the Volantines. There is something going on in Mantaris here. Let's actually just see. No, I can't sell their products. Not going to do that. Okay, they only have 267. Yeah, they only have 267. Should be pretty easy for us to make something happen here. And also, aha. That is the leader of Volantis. I'm kind of hoping that maybe we'll be able to do something to him. Maybe. Yeah, we're going to go for Endurance, by the way. Endurance attribute basically is just, I mean, how can you say no to an additional attribute point? And otherwise, apart from that, what do I want to go for? Well, could go for some more engineering. I think that might be a pretty decent thing to do. Or I could just go for some more writing skill. I don't know. In the end, I think I'm probably going to be able to get all of these things maxed out. Smithing, athletics, writing, engineering, probably bows as well. Might be able to get all of them maxed out. I only need 5 more levels, or yeah, 5 more levels. And yeah, so I'm thinking, not sure actually. Yeah, I think we'll go for some more engineering. I think we'll go for that because we do want to make sure that we, you know, construct things relatively quickly. Now let's just have a quick look and see. There's Volantis. Okay, we have 0% support. So highly unlikely anything is going to happen there. But maybe Volantis will decide because they are literally paying us 2,550 per day, which is quite significant, but I don't know how rich they are as a faction anyway. And we are still paying the Dothraki Horde 650 per day, which is just incredible. You know, huge amounts of cash to just be giving for basically nothing. I'm actually not entirely sure what's even going on with that, to be honest. But anyway, you need these, need manual laborers. No, I won't be able to do anything with that, unfortunately, either. But yeah, we can actually transfer a couple of our troops from Demon Gate's garrison, and we can actually put them into the other one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put all of my Unsullied in here. Going to take 81 of these Valyrian noble sons and we'll place them over into Tolos, and I'm just going to very quickly run over there. And look at, oh yeah, that's exactly the reason why, in my opinion, the breeder perk in the, I think it's the writing skill tree. Is it the writing skill tree? I think so, not sure, don't quote me on that, but the, you know, the breeder thing that basically makes it so that you have a 1% chance of producing a new mount. Because if you get a new mount for free, like I just did, I literally just got, what did I get actually? I have no idea what I just got, but I did get 2 horses for free really, really easily, and I thought to myself, wow, that's actually super, super nice. Anyway, there we go. We're just going to buy some horses real fast, and then we'll place these guys in the garrison, and there we have it. Really, really nice. And now that will hopefully make a pretty significant difference. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel this, and we're just going to let our loyalty stabilize by using festivals and games. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can do, because I don't think I'm going to be able to cause war against anyone unless I actually attack them specifically, but it's going to be a bit difficult to do that. 62 sheep personally should be pretty easy for us to do that. Yunkai is only over here, and this is the point. Doing these kinds of things is going to make a huge difference in the long run, because let's say that we want to actually recruit some units in a rush. Let's say that we're having huge problems due to some freak catastrophe that might happen. You know, for example, let's say an extremely strong faction comes along, maybe the Valentines, who knows, whether they're going to attempt to, you know, do something to us. And let's say that they completely eliminate both of our fiefs, and they take, you know, they take all of our fiefs, they take everything that we hold dear to us, and they leave us with basically nothing. Then what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do to get our forces back? Well, obviously, now that we have the ability to recruit Unsullied, or we know where to recruit Unsullied, it's not really that bad, you know, not really that bad. But there are going to be those situations where maybe you don't have the ability to get to Astapor. Maybe you are, you know, far away from this place, or maybe you just don't have the ability to do so. Okay, there we go. Aegon's faction has now been eliminated, which is absolutely perfect. That means we don't have to worry about him rising up and attempting to murder us once more. Escort merchant caravan. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's see. Oh, you're going this way. Oh, I really didn't want them to go that way. Okay, oh dear. Okay, well, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to auto-resolve this. I'm just going to auto-resolve it. I wanted to actually go in with my Unsullied, but I placed them all in the garrison in Demon Gate, and I kind of thought this might not work anyway, because we are... Yeah, look, we're getting Valenby courses right now for free, and that's only a 1% chance. A 1% chance every single day for us to have additional horses. So... very unlikely that it's going to happen, but we are getting lucky enough for that to actually, you know, occur. So pretty cool. And we're just going to auto-resolve this as well. Yeah, this is exactly the kind of thing I'll do off screen as well. It's just so incredibly simple to do that, and you get so much renown, so many prisoners, and it's just so incredibly simple to do that. Just going to sell these guys, and maybe, just maybe, because we were kind of letting a couple of the House Targaryen vassals go, maybe what's going to happen is we might actually get some of them to join us, which I would very much appreciate, because let's face it, then Daenerys is going to get so much stronger if she has additional forces to command. It's just going to be incredible. So we can only hope that that's going to be the case. But yeah, as it stands, obviously I'm unable to declare war against anyone at the moment. We don't have any support for any of those, which is actually quite sad, but, you know, can't do much about that. And let's see, are we done? Oh, we're done. Okay, there we go. That was easy enough, wasn't it? Super fast. And we can go back in here. Oh, there is actually, there was a quest. What's actually going on in the tournament? The Ambassador. What is the Ambassador? I don't know. I think it's a sword or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, we'll just go over to Illyria. There is another tournament going on here as well. Let's just have a quick look. Blackheart again. Okay, yeah. We're not going to do that. However, we could, because of the... Yeah, okay. This is something that someone suggested, and thank you very much for this, because this is definitely one of those things that I think might be really fun to do. Areo Hotah. Who is this? I don't know who this is. He's from Dawn. Okay, he's from Dawn. So I need to figure out... Add to bookmarks? I have no idea what that actually means, so I might be able to find him easily. Yeah, there he is. He's at the top. Okay, so yeah, what we're going to do is I'm going to attempt to find him, and can I duel him to the death? I don't think I can duel him to death, can I? I don't think so. But it might be cool, because if I can eliminate him, then he will stop doing tournaments, and then I might be able to actually take over and get the, you know, get the #1 spot. That would be kind of nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, let's just get some Unsullied here. I'm not sure how many to take. Should I take all of them, or should I just take a few? I think I'm just going to take a few. I'm not going to take all of them for now. And we're just going to move on. Who are these guys? Is this manual labor request? No, not manual labor request. Of course it isn't. Of course. But yeah, we're going to go over to... oh, wait. Oh, there's Aegon. There's Aegon right there. Okay, so we'll just sell these prisoners real fast. And where is he? He's now part of Bravos. Are you serious that you're part of Bravos here, sir? Okay, fine. I'm going to actually talk to you. What do you think of your liege? Aha. My liege Daenerys Targaryen would welcome your support. Oh, hello there. 70% chance. Let's do it. Critical success. Okay, here we go. 93% chance. Yeah, done. All right, so he is now going to be joining us, hopefully, because I am going to be able to give him 234,000 gold. Yeah, I really want to do this. It took me a long time to get this money, by the way. It did take me a long time to earn this money. But we do have quite a lot in our inventory right now. We have a lot of weapons, we have a lot of armor. We could potentially make it up through certain means. Okay, we'll do it. I don't know whether it's good, okay? I don't know whether it's good, but we're kind of unifying the Targaryens right now. I feel like that, from a lore-based perspective, is actually very cool. If you don't think that, then okay, well, sorry, but I thought, hey, you know what? Let's go for it and let's see how it works. You know, maybe it's gonna be fun. However, I am a little bit worried that he's going to leave. Because he may have a bad relation with Daenerys herself. Maybe, you know, they don't have a particularly good, you know, relationship. I don't know. What else is there for me to say about that? But yeah, maybe they just don't get along. And in which case, that's pretty bad, because that means that I've just spent 234,000 and then he's going to leave. That was actually something that I talked about a long time ago, where I was persuading a huge amount of different vassals to join me. I'm going to go in here just so that we can see the Unsullied in battle. Okay, wait a minute. Do they... No, they don't have... No, they don't have bows. I actually thought that the Giscari looked like the Unsullied there, but they're from the same faction, basically, I assume. Alright, so... yeah, anyway, as I said... so I was basically playing a character that was persuading a huge amount of vassals to join my faction. And I was doing so many of them that I thought to myself, okay, well, hopefully none of these guys are going to leave, because I just spent 400,000 or whatever it was at the time on getting people to join me. And then, you know what happened? I gave this guy a fief, right? I gave this guy a fief. And I also gave him, I think, 400,000 to join us. And then the next day, or the next 2 days, he left. And he took the fief with him. And that was fundamentally broken, in my opinion. I think that should not happen. I think there should be some kind of, I don't know, some kind of cooldown period or something like that, to basically make it so that the enemy, or the previous enemy that is now an ally, has to wait, I don't know, maybe an in-game month or maybe 2 weeks or something like that before they can make another decision about leaving. Because in my opinion, that is, I think that's just too harsh. I think it's way too harsh for you to consider spending 400,000, you know, because you're thinking to yourself, okay, this vassal's really going to, you know, do well for me. You know, let's just say that he's actually going to do well for me, and he's going to stick around, he's going to help us against our enemies, and then all of a sudden he just goes, no, you know what, see ya, and then he just backstabs you. You know what I mean? That's the kind of thing that I was kind of hoping that wouldn't happen so much. But you can obviously get mods to, you know, address this kind of thing. But what about the people that are playing on console? You see? What about the people that are playing on console? They're not going to have the ability to install these mods, that actually do improve these systems. And so that's the reason why I say, you know, if there is something that can be done about that, then that would obviously be wonderful. Because, as I say, I feel like getting a vassal to join you and then them just leaving instantly, I don't know. I think that's kind of, well, I think, as I say, I think it's way too harsh. I think it is way too harsh. Anyway, we need to find where this guy is. Oh, he's here. Haha, he is actually here. Hello there, sir. Oh my, wow, this guy is massive. No wonder he wins so many tournaments. Look at him, he's so bulky and muscular. Okay, well, what do you think of your liege? Ah, no, you like him. Oh no. Okay, I have a proposal that benefits us both. Well, not much, actually. Yeah, apparently there is nothing I can do here. There is, maybe I can duel him when he leaves? Let me actually just see. If he actually ends up leaving. I have no idea how he is able to win so many tournaments in such a short space of time. But I'm going to assume that there are just so many tournaments in and around here. I mean, to be fair, I did pass by, what, four towns or something like that. And in every single town, I found a tournament. So I guess that kind of makes sense, right? Wait a minute, did something just happen here? No, wow, okay. Denise of Mantares was lost. I actually thought that that was Daenerys for a second, but no. Thankfully it wasn't. And is he actually going to leave, or is he just recruiting recruits? Yes, that's very redundant. But indeed, he is attempting to get as many volunteers as possible. Did you see that? I caught it on video. You can't get away from me, Aegon. I caught it on video, you absolute imbecile. I cannot believe that I was literally just talking about that. Oh, that is so funny. That is so incredibly funny. Okay, so yeah, now he has literally just left. And he's a vassal of Sarnor now. Well, I think you can quite clearly tell that I am not best pleased. I'm downplaying it quite a bit at this moment in time, because, let's face it, I don't think anyone would really appreciate that. And as a result, I'm going to take out my my frustrations on Mr. Hotah. As you can see, he's actually in here. This is going to be a duel for the ages, is it not? Yes, because we are up against him ourselves, and he is indeed the #1 dueler in the realm, I guess, if he's able to win so many tournaments so incredibly fast. This is, you know, I feel like, that's the funny thing, I feel like Bannerlord would benefit so dramatically from the Nemesis system from the Middle-earth games. You know that game? I don't know. If you don't know that game, I have a full playlist of, I think both games, right? I think I played both games on the channel. I'm not entirely sure, but whatever the case, I have 92 episodes or something like that in the Shadow of War version of the game, which is the sequel to the original, and it's absolutely amazing. The Nemesis system is one of the most unique hierarchical systems that I've ever seen, and it literally creates so many stories that you're going to be able to talk to your friends about and talk to various people about, and you can instantly connect with someone else just because you say to someone, hey, yeah, I had this orc that literally just ambushed me out of nowhere, and he killed me, but then I hunted him down, and then I killed him, and then he came back and got revenge on me once again. You know, it's all that kind of stuff, and it is just so incredible. And I feel like Bannerlord would benefit so dramatically from a system like that, because this is exactly what's happening. This guy is fundamentally trying to sabotage us by winning as many tournaments as possible. Of course, to be fair, it doesn't really matter too much. You know, the #1 spot on the leaderboard does provide you with a very minimal benefit as far as I'm aware. But it is a benefit nevertheless, and this guy is doing such an amazing job of winning these tournaments that you wouldn't expect him to be at the top. Wait, I'm not gonna kill him. No, don't die. Oh no, you imbecile. I wanted to have a duel with the guy. Never mind. Okay, apparently Yeah, apparently he wasn't good enough to stay alive there, but he did have a lot of HP, as you could quite clearly tell. He took a massive battering from a bunch of different sources there, so I'm actually really disappointed now. I'm actually super disappointed. I was really hoping that we'd be able to, you know, have a nice little duel with the guy. Oh well, never mind. Maybe we can get him if he ends up leaving the town or something like that. Actually, maybe that's the reason why he is winning so many tournaments, because he has literally just stayed in this town for the entirety of the time, and maybe that's actually causing him to literally just do every tournament that appears here, which could very well be the case. Okay, here we go. Headshot. Headshot. Oh, no. One more headshot. Oh, of course. Okay, so out of rhythm. Can we get out of rhythm? Maybe. Yep, there we go. Oh, she's got good armor on, though. She's got good armor. There we go. Okay, that was easy enough. And yeah, so we've now won that. Now, here's the thing. I'm hopeful that he will leave the town, and then maybe we'll be able to duel him. But I'm not sure if you only get the opportunity to duel when you're at war with someone. I don't think so, right? I think you should be able to duel anyone that you want. And who knows? Maybe we can do something then. But I have a feeling that maybe he... Ah, there he is. Okay. Hello there, sir. Can I actually attack him? No, I cannot, as you can quite clearly tell. Alright, well, there you go. So unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we are able to duel him. It would have been amazing if we could have, and thank you for the suggestion, by the way, because I really would have loved to. But as it stands, it doesn't seem that that is available at the moment. As I said, it seems like maybe we're going to need to be at war against them or something like that to make that work. And it's highly unlikely that Daenerys is going to want to declare war against Dawn for reasons. But it would be kind of cool if we could actually make that work. Does anyone else want to fight? Mia? Okay, Mia is 33% support. Volantis, 0% still. Sad. Dawn is 0%, as you can quite clearly tell. Everything else is 0% as well. So Mia is the only thing that we could potentially attack. But that's 33% only, and I don't have enough influence to be able to, you know, actually impact the vote that much anyway. So what I'm going to be doing in my off-screen time is I'm going to try to continue getting loyalty for my town. I'm going to continue building it up as much as I can. And we'll also try to earn more influence. I'm actually getting I'm getting a very small amount of influence every single day, but I will try to get more influence by doing some tasks, doing some escort merchant caravan quests and so on and so forth, and getting the influence from the various fights that we do. And then hopefully with that influence, I will be able to institute a couple of policies. And let's just do one policy now, because I'd like to earn more influence, please. Villagers grant... This might actually be kind of good. Villagers grant 0.2 influence per day to the owner clan. I do own a couple of villages now, so let's actually do this proposal. Let's just support it very, very little here. And that's going to be a little easier, I guess. And let's take a look what else we can go for. No, I don't want Sacred Majesty. I'm not the leader, of course. It would be making a huge difference if we were. Settlement loyalty. No. We don't want that. I think most of the other policies are probably not going to be that useful. This is really good in my opinion, but people don't, I mean, vassals don't like the 5% reduced taxes for some reason. I don't know why that really makes any difference, to be honest, but there you go. What else do we have here? No, okay. No, nothing else by the looks of things. By all means, let me know if you think, ooh, this might be good. Yeah, let's do this. Oh no, not enough influence. Okay, well, it's fine. It's going to go through anyway, but I didn't have enough influence to do anything there. And there we have it. Okay, so that's actually pretty cool. So now we're actually getting much more influence. As you can see, we're getting 2 influence per day instead of 0.5. So that's really, really good. That's made a huge difference to that. And, well, obviously, we're going to be waiting for a very long time indeed. I'm going to be spending a huge amount of time off screen trying to do the various things that I do. And I'm probably going to be starting with this tournament actually off screen. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. And by all means, let me know if you want to see more of these kinds of episodes. Because obviously, I'm fine to do it off screen. I'm not a big fan of doing stuff off screen because I feel like it makes you miss specific things that you might want to see. And I'm not sure if you want to see them at the time. You see what I mean? But there's not going to be anything new, I don't think. I might try to do some smithing as well, but I think I'm just going to be focusing on getting my money situation rectified and getting some more influence. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.